Okay, welcome back for the fourth video in the series. In this video we're going to add some panels to the doors and a panel to the back of the cabinet. We're going to do that on the detailed view. So I'm going to click on the detailed view and it's zoomed out quite a bit. I want to get in a bit closer, so I'm going to zoom in over here so I can see the bottom of the door. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a rectangle in this area here. We're going to turn it into a three-dimensional shape, and then we're going to push it inside and locate it in the door. The first thing I'm going to do is going to draw a rectangle from there. Now, make sure that the object, this one, is not selected and it's in edit mode. We don't want this to be in edit mode. We want to draw this panel separately, so nothing should be highlighted. Press R for rectangle, go from that corner there to that corner there. We've now got a rectangle shape for the door panel. I'm going to move the view around a little bit, and then by using the push-pull tool I'm going to push this out and I'm going to type in the number 466. That's the measurement I measured earlier, and that's the distance of the panel inside the door. To make it easy to see what's happening, I'm going to use the paintbrush tool here, and I'm going to render the panel with some wood grain. There we go, it makes it look like wood grain. Is it all the way around? Do both sides. Okay, now we need to move it along. So we're going to move, first of all, we're going to move this up and align it with that edge there. So we're going to go move. We'll select the panel first. Select the panel. Might be better if we make this a group. So I'm going to triple click, control click, make group. Then press the move tool. I'm going to move from that corner to that corner. Now the panel is lined up with the edge of the groove. We know that the panel is 466 millimeters long, so we can now click it again and move it along and type in 466, enter. We'll go back to our front view, and there it is. And it's inside the groove, so we know that, but we have a good look at this. Right in this corner here, we can see that it's lined up. This is the molding, this is the panel. It's in there properly. Now, what we've got to do is going to copy this one, make a copy of it, and put it into this door. That's quite easy. First of all, you select it. Now, the first thing you'll notice is because this is rendered, you can't tell that it's been selected. But if you go up the top, click on Enter Entity, it says there is one group that's been selected. So it is selected. We're going to move copy from this door. And we're going to use the intersection of that point there as our reference. So we hit M for move, Option for a copy, move it across and place it there. We now have two door panels. Now the bottom's very similar, but for one difference. And the difference with the bottom is we can't see where the groove is here. We do know, however, from the original drawing how far that groove is up from the back. So if we put a guideline on the back here, 10 millimeters up, we've now got a guide to draw this panel. So we go from that intersection of the guideline there to this side, and we're going to go up a total of 4 millimeters and 5, 6, 8 millimeters wide. Okay, now push pull again, we're going to pull this out, but before we do that, we need to measure the inside of the groove. So it's going to be from here to there, which is 578, but we've got to add to that the depth of the groove, and the depth of the groove from memory is 6 millimeters at each end, so that's 12. So that is a total of 590 millimeters the panel needs to be. So get to a good position, click on that, pull it out, 590 millimeters, enter. Again, make it a panel, make it a group. This time we're going to render it with a different color though. So we just want it to look a little bit different. We'll use timber again, but we'll use a lighter color timber. There we go. Now what we've got to do is we've got to slide it in. So we know it's going to go in 6 millimeters before it lines up with the groove, and we know that it's 590 millimeters long, so we've got to move this edge 596 millimeters in that direction. So move copy, link it to that bottom corner, slide it in, type in 596, enter. We'll move around and have a look from the back. Oh, that's interesting, we can't see it. Why is that? Well, it's because there is that original rectangle we used for drawing up the item when we first drew it. If you click on that, we need to get rid of this. So how do you do that? Type in there, hide, and there you go, we can see the panel. Now we could also use the X-ray mode to have a look inside everything to make sure it's all lined up. So X-ray turned on. Let's have a look down here in that corner there. That looks lined up there. That's good. This looks lined up that way, that way. The door panels. Close that. Okay, so I can see a little bit of displacement with the door panel. Oh no, that's right. It's just that the groove isn't the full depth, that's why. Okay, so we'd want to undo the X-ray mode. Go back to our standard view. Scenes here, down the bottom and front. So if we have a look around the object now, we'll notice that there's got door panels that are rendered. We've got a back panel that's rendered. This rectangle, we don't need that anymore, so I'm going to delete that. So we can just see the back panel. We could also render the rest of the object. So we go to the paint, select the appropriate rendering, go around the job and color it in. Make sure the bottom's done. All done. If we click on that and we hide that temporarily, we can see inside. Notice this one here is not rendered on the end, so use a paintbrush. There we go. Done. All right, unhide. Now we have a fully rendered and drawn object. The only thing we don't have is the dimensions, and we're going to do that in the next video. Thank you for watching.